What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rick Gaming 27, and once again, thank you for joining my channel. Yeah, before I get started, I can't stress enough to tell y'all, about this YouTube mess that's going on lately about people getting unsubbed from YouTube channels and people not getting notified from their favorite YouTubers. So if you don't get notified from my channel, even though you did push that notification bar, and if you is or was subscribed to this channel, make sure you just check and make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and hit that notification bar so whenever I upload a video, you can see that I upload a video, or if I'm live streaming. And if you're not following me on Google Plus or Twitter, please do so. The link is in the description below. And after that, let's go ahead and talk about some Nintendo. Apparently there is a Dark Souls 3 in development for the Switch, and this is coming from Software. That's the name of the company, the developers, From Software. And basically, according to one of the sources, From Software has Dark Souls 3 running on the Nintendo Switch with the level of performance that they're happy with. They had not committed to the releasing yet, but discussions internally at the company have discussed the final viability of re-releasing the main 3 Dark Souls titles on the Switch with their DLC bundled in. Development on the Switch port has been underway for several months. A small team from Software waited to see initial sales data before committing to the producing ports. The plan would be for the Switch re-release of the Dark Souls 3 if green light to release the same day as the PS4, Xbox One, PC, receive versions with all the DLC included. That's basically what this article is saying. And this is basically coming from was it Laurel Kate Dale? I think that's her name. So, she always be giving a lot of these rumors and everything, and she's very credible, just like Emily Rogers. And just hearing this article, that's really good news for Nintendo Switch fans. That's really good news for Nintendo fans that actually want to play third parties on the Nintendo console. But this got me to think about the Nintendo Wii U's woes, like why did a lot of these third parties did not do so well on the Nintendo Wii U. It's a lot of reasons why, and I think one of the main reasons is that whenever you put out a game on a console, and Nintendo console is not new. Nintendo console has been out before PlayStation, been out before Xbox, been out before Sega. Like I'm just being honest. Like, if you put a game out on a console that the fans is not familiar with, then most likely it's not going to sell that well. If you don't put out the collection, then you just better off not even putting the game on the console, because you're going to have another Assassin's Creed 3 or 4 situation, or Mass Effect 3. I remember whenever EA brought out Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U, it was a good game. The deal with that is the Nintendo fan base don't know anything about the series. They don't know anything about the series. And another thing, one of the main reasons why it did not sell so well on the Wii U is the fact that EA decided to put the trilogy on the 360 and the PS3 with a cheaper price. But Mass Effect 3 was $60. It was a full price on a console that nobody is not familiar with, especially if you don't game on an Xbox or a PlayStation. That was so stupid on their part, and they wonder why they did not get their sales that they initially wanted to get, and that was a dumb reason. And I know Ubisoft, they supported the Wii U pretty well, and they gave out Assassin's Creed 3 and 4. But that's another thing. What happened to Assassin's Creed 1 and 2? Like, the fans was not familiar with these games. They were not familiar with the series. In order for them to jump on board, you had to give them the whole story. And, if you give them the whole story, then that could be a different turnout. That's why Platinum Games went ahead and released both of the Bayonettas, Bayonetta 1 and 2, whenever it came out, and that sold pretty decent. It sold pretty good for a game that a lot of fans from the Nintendo side is not familiar with, but they're now familiar with the series since they got both games. And I guess the creator of Bayonetta, he was so happy with the sales, and he is considered Bayonetta 3, and he said that a while ago. And hopefully that Bayonetta 3 will stay on the Nintendo Switch, because if the Nintendo Switch will have a good install base, I think it will, then I think Bayonetta 3 will sell really, really good on the Nintendo platform, because whenever Bayonetta 1 was on 360 and PS3, considering their install base, it did not do that well. But considering the Wii U install base and saw how much Bayonetta 2 sold, it did extremely well. Just think if the Switch had the install base of the 360 or the PlayStation 3 or even the Wii, if they have another 100 million, consoles sold, Bayonetta 3 will sell really well because not a lot of Nintendo fans actually likes the game. But just stuff like that got me wanting to do this video. Like, should third-party companies, these developers, should they consider putting all these games in a collection that was not on the Nintendo Wii? Because that's when a lot of these games came out, like Mass Effects and Assassin's Creed, and all these really good games that was introduced in the 7th generation, like BioShock and all these games, man. Like like I say, the Nintendo fans, the hardcore Nintendo fans that does not like to buy other consoles, you have to get them familiar with the series. So if there is another sequel to whatever game that's coming out, give them the collection so they can get familiarized with the series. And another thing, like, it's really good business practices whenever you do stuff like that, because when you do stuff like that, the consumers will keep coming back. They will keep coming back because they like how you doing business. But if you do what EA did with the Mass Effect, that was shitty, very shitty ass business practices. You will give out the trilogy to a extremely large install base, and a lot of them was already familiar with the series, but you give only one game to an unfamiliar fan base with a $60 price tag. That does not even make sense. So stuff like this got me to think, like, if Dark Souls 3 is a thing for the Switch and they would include all the DLC and all the games, that would be fantastic. And will this send a message to all the other developers that actually has a lot of games that has sequels? And if they will send a message, hopefully it sends a good message, and hopefully that will become another thing for the Switch. And whenever a lot of these games come out, the Nintendo fans will actually experience all the games. And I think that's a wonderful idea, and that will get a lot of people on board with playing third parties on the Nintendo console. So what do y'all guys think? Do y'all think that would be a good idea for a lot of these developers to send a lot of these games that was not on the Wii, that was not on the Wii U, or if it was on the Wii U, they didn't get the rest of the sequels, but on the Switch? Would it be a good idea if these developers would send all the games as a collection on the Switch to familiarize the Nintendo fan base with these games, so in the ongoing future they will know exactly how the story goes? That's just my opinion. I think it's a really good idea. What do y'all guys think? Y'all just let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and once again, it's your boy JDauntless. Y'all have a good day.